In the quiet suburban town of Greenfield, nestled behind towering oak trees and ivy-covered walls, stood an ominous, decrepit house known simply as the Hollow Manor. It loomed just a stone's throw away from the local elementary school, a sinister shadow that cast an eerie pall over the once tranquil neighborhood. Generations of schoolchildren had whispered tales of the haunted house, spun around campfires and passed down as chilling traditions. The legend began with a reclusive family who had inhabited the manor in the early 1900s. Rumor had it that they dabbled in dark arts and performed sinister rituals, using the house as their unholy sanctuary. As the years passed, tales of strange occurrences and ghostly apparitions grew among the students at Greenfield Elementary. It was an unspoken rite of passage to dare each other to enter the Hollow Manor after school. Few had the courage to take on the challenge, and those who did rarely spoke of what they witnessed within its walls. One crisp autumn afternoon, two best friends, Sarah and Jake, stood outside the forbidding gates of the manor. With the school bell ringing in the distance, they felt an inexplicable urge to conquer their fear. They pushed the iron gates open, their rusty hinges creaking in protest. As they stepped onto the cracked cobblestone path, the air grew icy and the once bright afternoon sun dimmed. Shadows danced eerily along the walls, as if the house itself was alive. The front door, aged and weathered, beckoned to them with a haunting whisper. Inside, the house was a labyrinth of decrepit corridors and rooms filled with forgotten memories. The walls were adorned with faded portraits of the enigmatic family who had once dwelled there, their hollow eyes following Sarah and Jake's every move. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and an unsettling silence hung like a shroud. They ventured deeper into the house, their steps echoing ominously. In the parlor, a grand piano stood, untouched by time, and Sarah couldn't resist running her fingers along its keys. The piano responded with a haunting melody, playing by itself, its notes filling the room with a mournful tune. Terrified, they fled the parlor, only to find themselves in a pitch-black hallway. They groped their way through the darkness, their trembling hands brushing against cold, clammy walls. Whispers echoed in the distance, voices from the past, pleading for release from their eternal torment. Finally, they stumbled upon a room bathed in an eerie, greenish glow. Inside, a collection of ancient books and arcane artifacts lay strewn about. One book, bound in human skin, beckoned to them, and Sarah couldn't resist opening it. The pages were filled with cryptic symbols and incantations, and as she read aloud, a malevolent presence filled the room. Suddenly, the apparitions of the long-dead family materialized before them, their faces contorted in agony. They reached out with ghostly hands, and Sarah and Jake felt an icy grip on their souls. In a desperate frenzy, they recited an incantation from the book, hoping to banish the spirits. The room shook with unearthly force and a blinding light enveloped them. When it finally subsided, Sarah and Jake found themselves outside the manor, the gates slamming shut behind them. The Hollow Manor had claimed its last victims, sealing its dark secrets within its cursed walls. To this day, the Hollow Manor remains a place of dread, a grim reminder of the horrors that lurk just beyond the schoolyard. The legend of the haunted house near the school endures, a cautionary tale for those who dare to explore the shadows of Greenfield.